Dr. Anita McLaughlin, a transformational counselor, mentor, chaplain, author, and entrepreneur, and you have just entered a diamond moment. Diamonds are produced through time, heat, and pressure. The cut, clarity, and size of the raw diamond determine its use. The use of the stone adds to its value. Life's diamonds are produced, processed, and valued the same way. This is the place to unlock and process the challenges of your life. Ascribe value, determine worth, and put these valuable lessons to work so that you can fulfill your destiny. Thank you for coming back again. I truly appreciate the support that you've given me in these podcasts over the last year. And we are coming to that place of anniversary. So I'm excited about that. We began talking last time about a reboot for the holidays and kind of reworking our thinking regarding holidays, particularly for those who find holidays to be a painful point in life. So I wanted us to continue on that subject matter and to pick up where we left off. If you didn't listen to the previous podcast, please do, so that you can be up with the conversation and we can move forward. But we were talking about belief systems. We were talking about how people believe or what they believe happens to those that they care about. We evaluated some of the things that can cause people to feel blue or depressed during the holidays. We talked about the weather maybe being gloomy or rainy, or that the time has changed and so it gets dark earlier and it just feels a little bit more gloomy. And then we talked about memories that we may have of loved ones that are no longer here. And it was from that area of the discussion that we moved into what we believe from a spiritual perspective. If our loved ones are not here and it causes us great pain to think about that, then as scripture has said, all their lives they were subject to bondage, which we defined as being shackled to something we can't get away from, we can't get free from, and we can't live freely in because of it, that they were subject to bondage through the fear of death. We looked at the fact that we're not talking about respect, fear in terms of respect, but fear in terms of, oh, I'm scared. And if we're fearful, then what are we afraid of? Most people say, well, Dr. Anita, I don't know what's going to happen, and that bothers me. And I can understand that. But also, as we develop our belief system, let us be able to lean on that belief system in times like this, so that we are able to get a better foundational understanding to help remove the bondage that is holding us. So, we talked a little bit and said, well, if we are eternal beings and our loved one has now reconnected with that which created them, that which is eternal with no beginning and no end, always is and always will be. If we look at it from that perspective, then the question would be, would I ask them to come back? And you can look at it in this way that, it'd be kind of selfish to say, you have reached a place of fulfillment and connection with that created you, but I want you to come back and continue to deal with the things that I have to deal with, the weather and the gloominess and the bills and the questions of life and sickness and disease and all of the things that we deal with. And so, it would be a little selfish to wish that they would come back so that we would not have to deal with anything. And we is the key word. We're looking at ourselves. We're looking at what's taking place with me. Why I want. And it's me and I that we have to look at. That's who we have to challenge. That's what needs to be reevaluated. The me and the I of the situation. If we are interested in others, then we have the challenge to redefine how we honor their legacy. Do we really want to blame our loved ones for the discomfort that we feel year after year after year because we refuse to process our feelings? Allow them to truly rest in peace. And I'm going to address this too just momentarily. Rest in peace. If they are spiritual beings, have reconnected to the Creator, and they are in peace. The place that they need to rest in peace is within our own minds and hearts. We need to allow them, the thoughts, the memories of them, to rest peacefully in who they now are, a part of the fabric of our lives. It's not that individual that's tossing and turning. It's that's inside of us. So give them the opportunity to rest within our hearts. Let us take the thoughts and the lessons that they taught us and ascribe the value to it, to determine the worth of it, and to incorporate it into our lives. The time that they spent with you will never go away. They will always be who they were, but allowing them the opportunity to rest peacefully in your heart and mind is something that you must do. When we are honoring the legacy of our loved one, again, do we really want to blame them that their legacy has been, I never got over it? I spent all of the rest of my life in bondage and turmoil because you died. No, that's not how we would want to remember them or how we would want to be remembered. The best thing that we can do is to leave our loved ones with concepts that build them up, not tear them down. I truly believe that we must teach and leave lessons of legacy, not just of how they'll remember us, but how we remember our loved ones. That we get to the place of understanding they haven't left, they haven't gone anywhere. They are existing in an eternal sense, and the roots that they planted in our lives are there. We can honor their memories. Begin to laugh again. I think sometimes people look at the last day or the last period in a person's life, and it overshadows all the rest of their life. And that's a part of grief. It is. But it's also to be able to look at their life and appreciate it again. To be able to laugh at the things that you laughed at and understand that you're eternal, they are eternal. And yes, we will all be reconnected to that which is eternal. But in the meantime, a particular time of year is not going to shut me down. That particular time of year may be a time of introspection, retrospection, and memories, but it can also be a time of great joy. So for those that find the holiday season difficult. I'm sorry that is the way that you feel. And again, I don't minimize your feelings, but I'm simply offering to you what has helped me, and that is to reframe my memories, to understand that person was positioned in my life for a reason, and that reason remains. What I gained from them, the understanding that I got from them, the love that they extended to me, still resides in my heart and in my mind. I continue to cherish the legacies of those that have been such a large part of my life. I don't release that. The pain comes when you try to forget, but the joy comes when you remember. And yes, I can remember my parents and the things that I agreed with and the things that I didn't agree with, because at this point, with them both gone, all of it is the good old days. I can appreciate the legacy of my dear friend and the lessons that she taught me before her assignment was over, and she'd given me what she needed to give me to live the rest of my life. And though I've come to understand that there are people who are irreplaceable, that you'll never have, no matter how much you care and love someone, you'll never have that person again. You can't replace them. You can't get another best friend. You can't get another mom or dad, because the person that you had was actually the only person that really fit in that environment. Now we can reascribe value. We can, if that experience was unpleasant, we can take the value of their input and use it in a different way. But we can't replace them. But what we can do is to begin to honor their lives through the memory of the lessons that they taught us. But we got to stop and extract those lessons. But the lessons that they taught us, the times that we shared together, and the joy that they would want you to have. I doubt that there's anyone's loved one who really would be happy knowing that for the rest of their lives they were depressed every year because they completed their life's assignment and were transitioned back into that which is greater, to God, to Spirit, to the Lord. So while this may have been a serious discussion, I hope that you got something out of it. I hope that you will challenge those ideas that have kept you held in anger or sadness, grief, and pain, and look at them again in terms of what that person left you and what you have that has enriched you because they lived. And let us reboot for the holidays. Change the way we think. Give a different value and worth to that diamond and turn it into something of great value. I hope that this has helped you, and please continue to be with me as we move forward into the new year. We've got a new season that is coming up on the podcast, and we're going to be doing some new things. I've got an exciting announcement to make, which I will make in January, and I just thank you. May you have a really wonderful rebooted holiday.
Thank you for listening, and join me next time as we redefine the previous steps of your process. Never forget, becoming is a process. A process has stages. One small change changes everything. So invest in yourself. Please visit my website at www.DrAnitaMc.com. That's DrAnitaMc.com for links and additional information. And please rate the podcast if you're enjoying it.